How's it going, everybody? Jack here, and today I'm going to be talking about something very special. Unfortunately, I opened this piece some time ago, so I'll have to recreate my unboxing reaction. Here's the footage. Wow! I just got this package in the mail. I wonder what it could be. Wow! It's the Badman version 2! Who would have thought? This is the Badman version 2 made by Art by UM. Look at that attention to detail. Let me tell you more about the mask. This is the Badman version 2. Arguably one of, if not the closest replica to the screen-used mask worn by Andrew Bednarski in the 2003 remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This particular mask is latex with hand-punched hair, hand-stitched, and finished with a dry brush paint job. For those who are unaware, this particular mask was made by Art by UM, an independent artist known for, but not limited to, his phenomenal work in mask making, prop replicas, as well as life-size busts stretching across various different horror movies. Which brings us to the Badman version 2. The Badman version 2 is, how you may have guessed, the second version of his original mask, the Badman. Art by UM began his original sculpt in the December of 2017. It was in that time that he spent perfecting his craft until April of 2018, when he revealed his finished mask to the public. The Badman was then released to the public as a silicone mask in a limited run of only 10 copies ever made. In the late May of 2019, Art by UM revealed his latex prototype of the mask to the public before making the masks purchasable in the early June of that same year. These would also come with a nice set of screen-accurate teeth to coincide with the mask. Art by UM had successfully made 16 copies of the Badman until tragedy struck in late July of 2019, when the Badman mold was unfortunately broken with no backup. This is when he knew a new sculpt was inevitable. But he didn't let tragedy keep him down, because he came back bigger than ever, managing to top his original Badman sculpt. He started the sculpting process for the Badman version 2 in the late February of 2020. And unveiled the final product in late April of that same year, having made remarkable progress in only 2 months' time. In early September of 2020, he released the Badman version 2 to the public on a first-come, first-served basis. Once again, in a limited quantity, leaving fans of the mask to rush to get their spots while they still could. Because of their limited release, each version of the Badman is extremely sought after, whether it be the original silicone run, the latex run, or the run of the version 2. Most people in the community agree that it is a grail piece of any Texas Chainsaw Massacre collection. You're probably wondering, what exactly are the differences between the version 1 and the version 2? Well, while there are many differences, they might be hard to see to the untrained eye. This is the Badman version 2 and the Badman from the original run side by side. This is the latex version, but it's still the same sculpt from the original run. As you can see, when next to each other, the differences become much more apparent. Some changes are subtle while others are more major. Most differences have to do with resizing certain features to better match the screen-used mask. The first difference that is apparent to me is that the paint detailing is much more precise. Look at the brow wrinkles. They're much more defined on the version 2, less smeared looking. Another difference is the size of the mouth. The mouth on the version 2 is definitely smaller, more accurate to the film. The paint on the version 2 is very much upgraded from the version 1, the blacks being less apparent and more faded and subtle, a lot more attention to detail. There are also differences in the hair. The hair on the original is slightly curled and nowhere near as grungy as the version 2. The version 2 doesn't have much curl in the hair at all, and definitely has the nasty, greasy look from the film. Let's look at the side profiles of the masks. As you can see, the differences aren't very apparent until you see the two masks side by side. Note the differences in shape. You can also see how the eyes have slightly changed position and shape. The original version is a lot flatter overall in shape compared to the version 2, which is much more refined. Now that we've seen the masks side by side, let's see how they look when worn. Well, we've seen how the Badman version 2 holds up against the first version of the Badman, but how does it hold up against the film? Let's put the two side by side. That should just wrap about everything up. Thank you very much for watching. Here's a shout out to Art by UM for allowing me to give a brief history on the Badman and the Badman version 2. All the credit for the Facebook posts goes to him, so please go check out his work. I left a link to his page in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more content like this, please let me know and I'll continue to make more. That finishes up this video. This is Jack signing off, and I'll see you all next time.